Hey, what's up, guys? Common denominator back. I'm cranking these videos out. I got so much on my mind these days. About a year ago, I introduced to you guys the term hood roach. A lot of you guys really like that term, hood roach. I also introduced the term sorry guys, I'm driving. It's kind of tough to think while I'm driving. There's another term I introduced called a fence rider. And if you guys remember, if you're new to the channel, I'll explain what a fence rider is. A fence rider is one of these people that ride the line between basically normal and abnormal. What they do is that these are the type of black people, and might I add, all set guys, gotta put in some work here on this freeway. These are the type of black people and non-black people who make excuses for the hood. They make excuses for hood black people. They help strengthen the abnormality in the hood. Fence riders, you see them on TV. They're educated black people. Okay, you see them on CNN. You see them justifying the N-word. You see them justifying rap lyrics that are clearly harmful to the community, that are being spewed by damaged individuals in the hood, in these impoverished, who come from these impoverished, unfortunate situations and communities. Oh guys, looking a little bit disheveled. The sun is coming out. Put these glasses on real quick. All right, so I got a new term for you guys, and this one is hood. You guys are gonna like this one. You guys are gonna love this one. It's called hood adjacent. I think this guy next to me thinks I'm racing him. I'm just driving. I'm just doing 75. People are weird. Anyway, hood adjacent, guys. Hood adjacent. I've been thinking about the hood adjacent folks. Who are they? Oh, these people are interesting. These people so badly want to be. They're very close to fence riders. Fence riders are people who, they're intellects, they're successful black people and people of other races who make excuses for and support these dysfunctional people in the black community, especially the rappers. But the fence rider won't get involved in their lifestyle. They don't want anything to do with that. They'll defend you publicly because they think it's the black thing to do. But their ideas about the black thing to do and the right thing to do their ideas conflict, okay? And fence riders cause more damage in the end. Then they cause more damage because they legitimize the behavior of the dysfunctional black people in our community who are shooting, killing, stealing, selling drugs, illegal drugs, and doing everything bad you can think of. These people, they legitimize it by legitimizing their music and the music that has programmed these dysfunctional people to be this way. They also legitimize it by listening to the music and buying it and talking of it in a positive light. This is how you legitimize dysfunctional behavior. Sometimes in interviews, you'll hear people complain, like, why are you interviewing this person? You're humanizing him. You're giving him, like, for instance, North Korea, the North Korean leader, who is a murderer. This guy is a complete psychopath. I heard he just murdered some more people. Killed his ex-girlfriends. Everybody dies. Anyone he wants to kill, they die. There's no justice. It's a dictatorship, a cruel dictatorship. So when people go there to see him and to interview him and to spend time with him, like Dennis Rodman, you're humanizing this bastard. Okay? That's what you're doing. You're humanizing him. So fence riders, what they do is they legitimize dysfunctional black culture. Okay? They legitimize it. Now, you can have fence riders in every race, and they can legitimize dysfunction in all ethnic groups. But for what I'm doing, and from what I've somehow become an activist in this, because I'm just tired of seeing it. It's just our community is literally falling apart, and the answers are right here in front of us. And all we have to do is speak up. All we have to do is say something. All we have to do is correct these young men and women in what they're doing. Okay, so I got to talk about thoughts too in a second. Yeah, thoughts. That hoe over there. The new term for basically a dysfunctional young woman who has been programmed by hip-hop culture. And I'm going to tell you where this programming came in. There's a great documentary you should watch which explains it all. All right? So, there we go. Getting through this traffic. All right. So, put it on cruise. Got to go meet some friends. All right, so here we go. So that's the fence riders, okay? Fence riders are dangerous people. You can find them in all races. Busy doing what they think is the right thing by, oh, he's just making music. Oh, he's just talking about what he sees around him. Oh, don't be too hard on him. Meanwhile, they ignore all the murder, all the mayhem, all the the mistreatment of black women, the unfair mistreatment of black women. What's going on? What these guys do to black women, no other men do to their women. It is incredible, and what they're doing is a symptom of the destruction which is now taking place in the black community. If you want to learn more about this destruction, there's plenty of videos out there that'll teach you. All right, now I'm going to get to the hood adjacent. Hood adjacent, I'm going to end this video with that. And I'll talk about the thoughts for a little bit. Hood adjacent people are, I would say, I just actually thought of this term a couple of days ago. I was doing some thinking. Hood adjacent people are basically kind of like the fence riders. They may not be of the successful sort, but they're not from the hood, and they can be of any race. But what they do is they love the hood. They are mesmerized by hood culture. Okay, they see hood culture as something interesting and fascinating. These are basically the fans. They're like the groupies. Okay, hood adjacent. They're the ones going to the concerts. They're the white kids singing the N-word right along with, what's his name? This idiot from LA, this rapper from LA, Kendrick Lamar. They're the ones in the crowd singing the N-word with him. And then when they get brought up on stage and sing the N-word because they think they're down and they're fans, and they're white, sometimes they're black, but whatever, but they're hood adjacent. They're right up there with the hood. They agree with the hood, and they want to live that hood lifestyle. They want to be friends with these people, but at the end of the day, they know these people aren't really that good for them, so they may not hang out with them all the time. But they're wannabes basically, hood adjacent. Okay, lots of everybody grew up with these people. Hood adjacent folks are everywhere. They're annoying. They're just groupies. They're on the outside looking in, but they want to be friends with the hood. They may even dress the part. All right, so hood adjacent. Now you got a new term. Let's use it. Let's put it online. Let's use it. We have our fence riders. We'll talk about these people in a intellectual way. Guys, one more thing. Let's talk about the thoughts. I talked about toxic blackmail, blackmail toxicity, the toxic blackmail culture that is being bred by, being fed by, being nurtured by, and raised by hip hop. These are the creations of hip hop. Okay, and before hip hop existed, they came from crime. They came from crime culture. And then they got into music. And then they put their criminal lyrics in music. And then they created an entire genre of criminality in music. And it's a self-perpetuating machine that we have today, called rap music, called trap music, and called hip-hop. Now, is all hip-hop bad? No. Is all rap bad? No. It's not all bad. Is all trap bad? Yes. The message in trap music is inherently evil. It's an evil message. It's one that deals with gang violence. It's just an evil message. It's not really music. It's trash is what it really is. Trash being rhyming and being spewed to beats. All right. The same culture that created toxic black males, that's destroying our young black men, turning them into trashy individuals who have a high percentage of a high chance of being exposed to the police, a high probability of being having negative interactions with the police, negative interactions of people of different communities, the people you see in the McDonald's, climbing over the counter, fighting with people over French fries. These are your toxic black males and your toxic black females, or your thought culture. Now, not all toxic black females are thoughts. The thought comes in when you add the sexual element. The sexual element comes from hip hop. There's a great documentary, I don't know the name, I think it's done by VH1, and it talks about the history of hip hop. I think it's like a 45-minute long documentary. It's great, a great film, okay? Go on YouTube and watch it, it's free. In the documentary, it actually talks about how they made hip hop popular and how they got it in the clubs and how they were able to get girls to get naked and get partially naked. And the way they did that is by going to the strip clubs and hiring strippers. Yes, people, they hired strippers. By going, and as a result, let me fast forward, now you have Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. You have women who are stripper adjacent. Actually, they are strippers. Cardi B was a stripper. Nicki Minaj wasn't, but what you see now is black women in the popular media using stripper culture to sell music, using that sort of toxic sexuality to sell music. All right? And what they're doing is they're turning our little girls and our young women into thoughts, into strippers. Okay? They mainstreamed strip culture. And this, how was this done? It was done through hip hop music. If you don't understand anything about how this works, all you've got to do is look at hip hop. All you got to do is look at this documentary and you can see causality. You can see how hip hop music, you can see how oh shoot, going a little bit too fast. This car is way too quick. What you'll see how black men, toxic black males, use strippers to basically get more views on their rap videos and to make them a little bit more edgy and sexual, okay, and to get people to get eyes. That then popularized the culture. Look, you use these different things as a medium to attracting attention, and then from there you can attach anything you want to it. You can attach lowriders, you can attach guns, you can attach drugs, you can attach anything. Anything you attach will make its way through to that person's psyche now that you've used sex. Let me give you another example of how this is done. I mean, if you really think about marketing, it's done everywhere. Sex sells. So what they do is they'll take a really sexy girl, put her in a real estate ad. Boom. Now you got sex. Now you got people wanting to. I got to get off. Now you got people wanting to, now they know about this real estate company. You look at car commercials. They got the sexy girl in the car commercial. You look at anything. They use sex. Anything. Look at the lowrider magazines, or look at the car magazines. It could be any type of car magazine. Sport compact car. I used to subscribe to that. They always got a beautiful woman. You go to the car shows. If you've never been to a car show, go to a car show. Beautiful women at the car show, leaning over the cars. You go to the part where where they have the tune cars, the cars that got the turbos and the rims. You go there, and you're gonna see. What are you gonna see? You're gonna see beautiful women in, I don't know what you call them, hot pants, cut-off pants, volleyball shorts, bikinis. They're gonna be right there doing their thing. Okay, sex sells. It brings people. All right. Sexuality in music, it brings people. It's an old marketing trick. Nothing's changed. So this is how thought culture was created. All right, guys, common denominator, just dropping some knowledge. This is why our culture is so trash right now, because of hip hop. We just have to look at history to see where we came from and to see how we've gotten to this point, and then we can reverse it. Common denominator. You guys, hit me up in the comments. Love you guys. Peace.